The old house on Willow Lane had been empty for decades. The locals said it was cursed, but to Daniel, it was just the perfect fixer-upper for his dream of flipping houses. He was a logical man, a non-believer in ghost stories and legends. So when he bought the house for half its worth, he thought he was making the deal of a lifetime. On his first night, Daniel decided to sleep in the house. It was dusty, the air thick with the scent of mildew and forgotten memories. The creaking of old wood didn't bother him. But what did make him pause was the sound of a faint whisper coming from the room upstairs. At first, he dismissed it as wind, but the whisper came again. "Leave now." Daniel froze. He shook his head, laughing nervously. "You're tired," he muttered to himself, and went to bed. The next day, he explored the upstairs. The room at the end of the hall had a broken door and a cracked mirror leaning against the wall. He pushed the door open. It was colder than the rest of the house. The air felt heavier, like walking into a deep fog. The moment he stepped inside, the whisper returned, clearer this time. "You don't belong here." Daniel's skin prickled. He spun around, but no one was there. He quickly backed out of the room and slammed the door shut, determined to prove to himself that it was just nerves. He invited his friend Laura, a paranormal investigator, to check the place out. She arrived with her equipment and an open mind. When she entered the upstairs room, her face turned pale. "There's something here," she whispered. "A presence angry. It's trapped." That night, Daniel dreamt of a woman in a tattered dress with long black hair covering her face. She stood in the same upstairs room, staring at him through the mirror. She didn't speak, but he felt her sorrow and rage. He woke up drenched in sweat, the whisper echoing in his ears. "Set me free." Laura returned the next day with more gear and candles for a cleansing ritual. As they entered the whispering room, the door slammed behind them. The mirror began to rattle. Shadows crept along the walls, swirling into the shape of the woman from Daniel's dream. "Who are you?" Laura asked, voice trembling. The spirit finally spoke aloud, a voice layered with pain. Eleanor, locked in, burned help. Through fragments, they learned she was a maid falsely accused of witchcraft a century ago. The owners had sealed her in the room inside of the blaze. Her spirit remained, seeking release. Laura performed the ritual, and as the last candle flickered, the mirror shattered. A gust of wind swept through the room, and the oppressive air lifted. The house felt different, lighter, almost peaceful. Daniel never heard the whispers again. He finished the renovations and sold the house, but he never forgot the woman in the mirror. Some nights, though, he still dreams of her, and she's smiling.